Archangel Michael says, there's a strange energy gathering around your phone tonight. What looks like a harmless ring is not just a call, it's a signal meant to trap your peace. Behind that number is a voice cloaked in fake concern, masking darker intentions designed to drain your light. You've been strong all this time, but tonight, someone will test your spirit under the disguise of familiarity. The call may come from someone you recognize, yet something about the timing will feel off. That discomfort you sense? It is your divine warning. They planned this call to break your peace of mind, not restore it. They want to remind you of something you've already healed from, just to reopen the wound. This is not communication, it's manipulation disguised as kindness. Archangel Michael says, heaven has seen this plan unfolding quietly for weeks. They thought you wouldn't notice how they've been watching your patterns. They waited until your energy felt calm, just so they could disrupt it again. Type Amen to get blessing 333. That number might flash on your screen with sweet memories attached, but don't be deceived. The person on the other end is no longer aligned with your destiny. Their voice will carry the charm of the past, but the energy is poisoned with hidden envy. They will say they miss you, but they really miss the access they once had to your spirit. You are no longer the person who can be manipulated with words soaked in nostalgia. They are hoping to lower your vibration by reminding you of a connection that's already spiritually expired. Comment now if you feel this stirring already in your intuition. Tonight is not the night to respond with curiosity, it's the night to respond with clarity. What you reject tonight will define what you protect for the rest of this month. The call is not meant to bring you healing, it is bait. You must remember the tears you cried the last time you entertained this same cycle. This is the same actor, with a slightly different script. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Archangel Michael says, you are being guarded heavily tonight, not because you're weak, but because you're close to something powerful. The moment you answer that call, your angels will have to shield you from an energy you could have avoided. It's not fear, it's divine discernment. You are in the middle of an energetic shift, and this call is trying to interrupt your elevation. The enemy wants to reroute your blessings through confusion and emotional entanglement. But you're too wise now to fall for old traps dressed in new costumes. They studied your growth in silence. Now, they want to speak just loud enough to pull you back into the noise. But you were never meant to return to what tried to break you. Don't let your loneliness betray your wisdom. This isn't companionship reaching out, it's control. They miss your attention, not your soul. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Comment, protected, if you know you've already outgrown the voice that about to ring. The pain they bring has nothing new to offer your path. Silence is your sword tonight. This is not just a phone call, it is a spiritual test disguised as a harmless moment. If you answer, you give them permission to reattach to your emotional center. If you reject it, you pass an exam that heaven has placed before you. The person calling has been manipulated themselves by darker forces. They are a vessel for disruption tonight, knowingly or unknowingly. What they say will be coated in charm but stained with subconscious intent to disturb, Archangel Michael says. He will not force your hand, but he begs you to trust the warning. He stood by you the last time this person entered your space and left you confused. This time, he hopes you choose to stay firm in your healing. Type Amen to get blessing 144. If your gut tightens tonight when that ring comes through, listen to it. You are not being dramatic, you are being protected. That call is not divine, it is disguised. They will say the timing is coincidence. They will say they were just thinking of you, but what's truly happening is spiritual interference disguised as emotional outreach. They sense you are almost out of reach. That's why they're calling now. It's not love, it's fear of your detachment. Do not allow yourself to be guilt into picking up. You owe no one your peace just because they suddenly remembered your number. Some calls are better left unanswered for the sake of your spiritual hygiene. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Comment, I choose peace if you understand that not every connection deserves a second opening. Some doors were closed by God, and reopening them is disobedience to your own deliverance. You were not rescued just to crawl back. This call will try to speak directly to your vulnerable points. It knows what to say. But you know what truth sounds like now, and this won't be it. You are about to step into a breakthrough that will silence every distraction. But first, you must prove that you can discern the distraction when it disguises itself as reconciliation. Just because someone speaks your language doesn't mean they come with love. Archangel Michael says, they are watching to see how you respond. Will you value your energy more than your curiosity? Your silence tonight is sacred. Type Amen to get blessing 212. That number may be familiar, but the energy is foreign. They no longer match the frequency you've climbed to. And if you lower yourself to answer, you may spend weeks recovering. Your emotional body deserves rest. It deserves safety. That call will drain what you've spent months rebuilding. They want to test your memory. Hoping you've forgotten why you walked away, but you haven't. You've just matured beyond the need to explain yourself again. Comment, I release all traps, if you feel the echo of old wounds trying to knock again, but this time, you won't open the door. Let the phone ring. It is a trap dressed in ringtone. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. Tonight, your angels are closer than your doubts. They see you second-guessing the warning. But they also see the strength building in your silence. Do not entertain the familiar voices that once led you astray. You are not obligated to listen to someone just because they used to know your name. Familiarity does not equal loyalty. Archangel Michael says this is the final attempt from that frequency. After this call fails, they'll move on to someone else who still answers out of guilt. Let that person never be you. Block the number if you must. Not out of hate, but out of self-honoring. Peace doesn't answer when drama calls. Type Amen to get blessing 313. Comment now if you feel something tingling in your spirit already. That's your confirmation. This isn't paranoia, it's prophecy. They're hoping to reawaken your need for validation. But your self-worth is no longer tied to their voice. You were not made to be manipulated under the name of checking in. Tonight will be the night you prove your strength to yourself. Not by fighting, not by crying, but by simply not answering. Sometimes silence is the loudest spiritual defense. Archangel Michael says, many will wonder why you're so protected lately. It's because you obeyed tonight. Your rejection of this trap shifts the entire week's energy in your favor. Type Amen to get blessing 707. The call may never come again, because after tonight, you're spiritually unreachable to those who come with confusion. You're no longer bait for their pain. Your ancestors are surrounding your home tonight. They are covering every corner where dark energy might try to slip in. Even the air feels different for those attuned. That's because your timeline is shifting away from familiar chaos. The enemy knew this was their last attempt. But heaven already planned your protection. Comment, I am unreachable to darkness. If you declare your freedom tonight, that call will ring, but not for long. And you will smile, knowing you passed. Type Amen to get blessing 404. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. This message is not just for tonight. It is a code for future moments where distraction wears a mask of love. Keep this wisdom in your spirit. And when the call comes, because it will, you will not flinch. You will not doubt, you will let it pass like the wind that no longer touches your new horizon. You are free. You are protected. And you are too focused to entertain anything less than your divine promise. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. They will try again in different forms, but after tonight, your discernment will be sharpened like never before. You have earned the right to say no without explanation. The days of bending your boundaries just to feel accepted are over. You are rising now, and rising people attract both blessings and bait, but you are not who you used to be. Curious, soft-hearted, vulnerable to the voice that once made your soul shake, you now know the difference between a call from God and a call from chaos. Type Amen to get blessing 434. Archangel Michael says, if you're still unsure, remember the last conversation. Did it leave you uplifted or depleted? This time will be no different, unless you choose differently. Tonight, when the call comes and your spirit trembles a little, take that as sacred guidance. That's not anxiety, that's awareness. You are awakening to your own safety system. Their words will feel rehearsed. Their tone will feel forced, their laughter will not carry the warmth it used to. Comment, I am no longer accessible to chaos, to affirm this chapter. Let heaven and hell know you don't answer distractions anymore. Let your phone ring, and let your soul rest. Type Amen to get blessing 822. You owe it to yourself to protect this energy you've been building in silence. Behind that ringtone hides a door trying to reopen what you closed with your own tears. Do not let curiosity undo your healing. They don't want a conversation, they want control. They want to know if they still have access to your light. But this is the season where access is earned, not given. Archangel Michael says, your silence will speak more powerfully than any words tonight. You don't need to explain why you're protecting your peace. The divine already knows. There is no need to argue or block. Just ignore. Spiritual rejection is sometimes the loudest yes to your higher path. Type Amen to get blessing 232. Even the tone of their voice will feel different, it will shake something in you. But not in a holy way. It will try to stir doubt and make you question your growth. But doubt is not your guide anymore, your spirit is. Comment, I choose elevation over explanation, if you know that every ignored distraction is an invitation to destiny. When your phone lights up tonight, so will your inner power. You will be tested, but you will not fail. Your dreams are being guarded more fiercely now because they're getting closer. The enemy can't touch your destiny, but they'll try to distract you from it. And one of the oldest tricks is a phone call. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Let them wonder why you never called back. Let them assume, the ones who once silenced your voice now deserve your divine silence in return. This is a new level. You're being invited to protect what's sacred, and what's sacred is your sanity. You already gave them too much access before. This is your chance to do something different. Archangel Michael says, you are so close to your miracle that even distractions look like opportunities. But your spirit knows the difference now. You won't be fooled by familiar voices carrying unfamiliar energy. Comment, I trust the silence, if you believe your future is too important to entertain old confusion. You are not missing out on anything but manipulation. Tonight is about honoring your no. Type Amen to get blessing 626. When the call doesn't go through, they will try another method. A message. A voice note. A mutual friend, but the alert you ignore tonight will ripple into victories tomorrow. They may even play the victim. They may say you've changed, but that's the point, you were never meant to stay the same. You changed so you could protect your soul. You changed because you outgrew those who only saw your heart as a target. You changed, and now you don't pick up when danger rings. Archangel Michael says, there will be blessings for every trap you ignore. Heaven celebrates your silence tonight. You are writing a new spiritual contract with your actions. Type Amen to get blessing 858. This call is not innocent, it is cloaked in charm, but dripping in energy that seeks to delay you. If you answer, you may start a cycle all over again. But you've come too far for that. You didn't survive the storm just to jump into another one willingly. You didn't heal just to hear the voice that broke you. Let this moment be your spiritual declaration. No more access to your peace unless it is holy. No more emotional traps disguised as conversations. Comment, no access, if you're ready to make your peace permanent. They only want to see if the door is still open. You get to close it forever now. Type Amen to get blessing 717. Archangel Michael says, the moment you hit decline, the heavens rise. That vibration sends a message across your entire spiritual field. I choose destiny over distraction. That's not small, it's divine warfare. Don't worry about seeming rude. Don't fear being misunderstood. Those who truly care for you won't sneak in, they'll be sent, not forced. You have cried for peace. Tonight is your answer. And it looks like not answering. The ones who tried to drain you are no longer comfortable with your boundaries. That's confirmation you're healing. Let them be uncomfortable, you're finally choosing yourself. Type Amen to get blessing 303. Comment now if you can already feel the phone vibrating with old energy. It's not your imagination. Something is trying to come back, not to heal you, but to harvest from you. Your spiritual glow is visible, and some people don't know how to handle it. They miss the version of you who was still unsure. That version no longer lives here. Archangel Michael says, tonight is more than just a call. It is a symbolic test of your alignment. Will you protect what heaven has been building in silence? This is your time to decline disruption. Watch how blessings increase when you choose peace. Watch how the energy shifts in your home when you silence the voice that once disturbed your sleep. Type Amen to get blessing 808. Let the phone ring. Let the call go unanswered. Let your soul thank you. Because after tonight, something powerful will shift. This spiritual passcode has unlocked a new chapter, one where you are no longer bait, but bold. And nothing will disturb your peace unless you invite it. And tonight, you're not answering, you're walking in discernment. If you feel this message deep in your spirit, do not ignore it. You have already survived too much to turn back now, you are too chosen to be distracted. Type Amen to get blessing 369. They may think your silence is weakness, but it is your greatest protection. You are not ignoring them, you are choosing yourself. And in this new chapter, your silence is sacred, not shameful. You were not created to be accessible to every vibration, especially not the ones that lower your frequency and cloud your focus. That phone ringing is not just sound, it's an old storm trying to return. Archangel Michael says, every time you let a spiritual attack go unanswered, the heavens reward your restraint. Some of your biggest blessings are waiting just on the other side of this test. You were sent this message so you wouldn't fail when the temptation came. Type Amen to get blessing 414. Comment, I choose power over patterns. If you know this time must be different. You've broken too many chains to answer to an energy that once kept you in prison. This isn't about being strong, it's about being wise. They want you to hear their voice again so they can stir the confusion you fought to silence. But confusion is not love. And closure is not always found in conversation, it's often found in ignoring the noise. Their call is not about peace. It's about power. And tonight, you hold all of it in your silence. Let the call go. Let them wonder. Let heaven cheer. Type Amen to get blessing 919. The moment you pick up, they will try to sound gentle, sweet, or concerned. But their words are calculated, they want something from you, even if it's just your attention. They aren't calling to connect. They're calling to control, they're calling because your absence shook something inside them. But your silence is not their invitation, it is your liberation. Archangel Michael says, what happens tonight echoes into the next 33 days of your life. The energy you protect now becomes the foundation for what manifests next. If you give the enemy your ears, you may delay your arrival at your next breakthrough. Comment, I protect my next 33 days. If you're ready to pass the test in full awareness, not answering is not ignoring, it is honoring your future. Type Amen to get blessing 525. Tonight's phone call is more spiritual than logical, it is bait for the weak-hearted. But you are no longer that. You prayed for peace, don't trade it for a temporary moment of validation. You already validated yourself by surviving without them. They think you miss them, but what you really miss is your own peace, and now you have it, so when the phone lights up tonight, let it glow. But don't let it grow into distraction. Archangel Michael says, the strength to let go will serve you more than the temptation to listen. If they had truly changed, they wouldn't need to sneak their way back in. Love never disguises itself in emotional manipulation. Type Amen to get blessing 646. Comment, I am free from the past. If you know deep down you've already healed from the voice calling. There's nothing new they can say to bring you back to that level. This time, you stay grounded. Their intention is not to comfort, it is to trigger. Don't fall for the voice you used to believe in. That voice no longer leads you toward peace. They may pretend it's just to catch up. But you know better. The energy feels familiar. But the mission behind it is dangerous. Let the phone ring. Let them wonder what changed. What changed is you. Type Amen to get blessing 727. They are uncomfortable with your silence because it reminds them they no longer have control. They crave the old version of you who answered everything with hope, but now, you answer with discernment. This is not about punishing them, it's about preserving you. What good is healing if you constantly allow the same infection to return? Tonight is about trust, trusting that when God removed someone from your life, it was permanent. Trusting that peace is not something you compromise again. Archangel Michael says, tonight's silence unlocks protection from future storms. They may call now, but you will not cry later. Because you have already passed through enough fires. Type Amen to get blessing 191. Comment, I decline darkness. If you understand that every time you ignore temptation, you strengthen your divine armor. You are not available for low-frequency distractions. Not now, not ever again. The call may not come again. And that's okay, because this was your final test before your next elevation. You will rise above this moment. You will not look back. You will not replay the past just to see if it ends differently this time. It won't. And you know it. Type Amen to get blessing 353. You've done too much inner work to turn around now. This is not just a phone call. It's a replay of a script you've already outgrown. Let the curtain close. Don't let a ringtone rob you of rest. Don't let a name from the past delay your promise. You are too close now. They know how to sound soft. But your spirit hears the tone of disruption even in sweet words. You're not fooled anymore. Archangel Michael says, the heavens rejoice when you honor your healing. And tonight, by choosing silence, you show you are ready for more peace, more favor, more divine alignment. Type Amen to get blessing 929. Comment, the line is closed. If you know this message was meant for you, you don't need to ask why this is happening now, because your soul already knows. The timing of this message is not random. You are not ignoring a person, you are protecting your peace. And in doing so, you will feel your spirit rise like never before. The hours after you decline that call will feel different, light, clearer, brighter. That's how you'll know you made the right choice. Type Amen to get blessing 747. Let them text, let them wonder. But don't let them back in. Because what's coming for you next is too holy to be shared with someone who once broke you. You're not bitter, you're better. Archangel Michael says, decline the call and welcome the miracle. Tonight's no is tomorrow's yes from heaven. This is spiritual warfare, and you are winning without lifting a sword. Let your silence be your statement. Let your boundaries be your blessing. Let your peace be your proof. Type Amen to get blessing 3030.